Hello students. Today we will discuss about the chapter power sharing. In this we will study about the two stories related to the power sharing. The first one is about Belgium and the other one is about Sri Lanka. First we talk about the story of Belgium. Here you can see the national flag of Belgium. Belgium was a small country in Europe, smaller in area than the state of Haryana, and it has the neighbors with France, Netherlands, Germany, and Luxembourg. The ethnic composition of the country is very complex. Of the country's total population, 59% lived in the Flemish region and speak Dutch language. Another 40% people live in the Wallonia region and speak French. Remaining 1% of the Belgians speak German. In the capital city, Brussels, 80% people speak French, while 20% are Dutch speaking people. The conflict was due to the French and the Dutch speaking people. The minority French speaking community was relatively rich and powerful. This was resented by the Dutch speaking community who got the benefit of economic development and education much later. This led to tension between the two communities during the 1950s and 1960s. Now we talk about the accommodation that came in Belgium. The Constitution of Belgium was amended 4 times from 1970 to 1993. The first provision was there would be a central government in which equal number of ministers and seats would be shared between the French-speaking people and the Dutch-speaking people. Second, there would be two state government and they would not be subordinate to the central government. Some of the powers were also being given to the state government. Third, the capital city Brussels has its own government in which again there were equal number of seats and ministers of the French and the Dutch speaking communities. Fourth, there was a community government which looked after the culture, language, education related issues of all the three communities in the country. The consequences was a complicated constitution was framed, a potential division of the country was avoided, and peace was established between all the linguistic groups of Belgium. Now we talk about Sri Lanka. The ethnic composition of Sri Lanka was also very complex. Nearly 74% were the Sinhalese, who were the native people of the country. Then there were Tamils, who were divided into two groups, that were Sri Lankan Tamils and Indian Tamils. Sri Lankan Tamils were 13% and Indian Tamils were 5%, who had migrated to Sri Lanka as plantation workers. 7% were the Christians, which were both Tamils as well as the Hindus. Then 1% were the Muslims. The conflict was because in 1956 a majoritarian act was being passed by the Sinhalese government which gave Sinhala as the only official language. Second, preferential policies was being given to the Sinhalas in the university position and government jobs. Third, state was to protect and foster Buddhism. Due to this reason, there was a conflict in Sri Lanka between the Sri Lankan Tamils and the Sinhalese, as the Sri Lankan Tamils felt themselves alienated because they were also the native people of the country. They had put up some of the demands. They launched various political parties and struggles. The first demand was that Tamil would be made an official language. Second, that they wanted equal opportunity in university education and government job. Third demand, they wanted a separate state or a Tamil Elam in the north and eastern Sri Lanka. Because of the conflict, it rose to civil war. The relationship between the Sinhalas and the Tamil communities strained over the time. The Sri Lankan Tamils launched parties and struggles. The distrust between the two communities turned into a widespread conflict. It soon turned into a civil war, which caused a terrible setback to the country. Now we understand a comparison between the two stories. The first point, majoritarian policy in Sri Lanka led to conflict while accommodation policy led to peace in Belgium. Second, majoritarian policy in Sri Lanka led to demand of separate state for a particular linguistic group, while accommodation policy made all the linguistic communities live together in the same country. Third, political instability was there in Sri Lanka, but despite of complex constitution, political stability was obtained in Belgium. Fourth, development was hindered in Sri Lanka, while Belgium became one of the important places in Europe and got headquarters of the European Union. Fifth, by these two stories, it is concluded that power sharing is a sustainable model for governance, stability, peace, and development. Thank you all.